Previously, in the last chapter, top actress Selena was transported to another world. After falling into a cliff and was attacked by a monster, Selena was saved by Calcion, the Northern Duke, and enters a contract to pretend being Calcion's lover, in order to survive in this world and return to her original world. However, pretending lovers was as difficult as it could be, since Calcion is dense and haven't experienced love himself. Even though Selena is an actress, she must now teach and lead Calcion to act like they are crazily in love with each other, in order to deceive others. They encountered a spy hiding nearby and decided to put an act to deceive the spy. Afterwards, Calcion introduced Diane, the head of the knights, to Selena, and Jeanette, the chief maid, whom Selena thought was suspicious. Then, Duke Calcion provided Selena with details on who might be his enemies that might kill her. Calcion specifically mentioned someone, and that was Fionel, a lively noble lady who is very clingy towards Calcion. Selena was surprised, but she remained cautious. Since Fionel may be the killer, Selena decided to beat Fionel at her own game, and started acting cute too, which made Fionel upset. At night, Selena wandered around the garden and got lost. She got nervous since there is someone behind the bush, but it was just Fionel. However, Fionel threatened Selena that she shouldn't be acting arrogant or she might really die. Continuing the story, Fionel is the first suspect who murdered Calcion's ex-fiancée, and she might also kill Selena. Fionel is not on her usual cheerful attitude, and is serious this time, which made Selena feel nervous, since she is alone right now with Fionel. It was clearly a threat that was fundamentally different from the dogfight so far. It wasn't just a rousing yell for someone who said, "I'm going to kill you," but a word like prediction that Selena could die if she keeps on standing out. Fionel continued with her words that someone already died, which might have a hidden meaning that Selena will be next. Selena is in the middle of the huge garden of the castle, and if Fionel is really the murderer, it will be difficult to escape since she didn't know the way, and is lost. Selena knows that she is stronger than Fionel, because she works out and has larger reach, and can overpower Fionel, but she is worried by the external factors. Selena remained vigilant since Fionel might be hiding a knife, or has someone waiting for orders to ambush her. Selena never thought she'd have to run away from Fionel, because Fionel has a very innocent personality towards Calcion. Selena recalled the spy from when she was in the bathroom. This was a place where anyone could be anywhere. Selena braced herself in the worst-case scenario, where she will have to run for her life, while fending off possible attacks from Fionel and from others who may be hiding somewhere. If she had run away, Fionel wouldn't be able to follow her. As soon as she turned to her resolution, Selena heard footsteps coming her way. It was a person. Someone behind Selena called her, which made her startled. Selena turned towards the sound. It was Duke Calcion who arrived in the tense scene. Selena sighed in relief, since she was able to get out of the tense situation. The opportunity in a period of crisis, Selena exclaimed and ran into Calcion's arms in a flash. Selena then began scolding Calcion intimately on where he went, while leaving her alone. Who knows if she is acting this time or not, since Selena got really scared for a moment. Calcion neither actively embraced Selena nor did he push her away, but looked at Fionel instead. Calcion raised one of his eyebrows and questioned Fionel. "What is the situation about?" Fionel got nervous and avoided Calcion's cold gaze. Meanwhile, Selena, who is sticking to Calcion like glue, tries to calm herself with the situation. Of course, she also smelled Calcion as she sighs in relief in having someone reliable. After Selena calmed down, she then planned to counterattack. Selena clears her throat and began tuning her voice to start her mischievous revenge on Fionel. This time, Selena started acting cute by bending and twisting her pronunciation, like the Egeo language of Korea in her original world, saying that Fionel threatened her. Fionel shouted in a shrill voice and returned to her lovable and cutesy attitude to beat Selena. Fionel was quick-witted as well. In an instant, she began shedding her tears. It was hard to tell who was threatened and who wasn't. Their voices made Kalcion annoyed. A war of nerves ensued and lasted for a while, until they got exhausted. As for Duke Calcion, he was already knocked out by their childish quarrel. The cringe and annoying voices made Calcion's ears bleed. That he can only wish they finished faster. Selena had no choice but to use her ultimate move, so that persistent Fionel will admit defeat. Selena gestured to Calcion in between her act, and reached his neck with her hand. Calcion had no idea what Selena was trying to do, since he was listening to what happened.
Please hold me, okay?
Suddenly, Selena grabbed Calcion's neck and wrapped her arms around it, and she said that it was her trump card. Since Calcion is on her side, she will make Fionel jealous by doing intimate things with Calcion, where Fionel can see them but can't do anything about it. Calcion, who understood the assignment, played along and carried Selena with his arms. Jealousy overwhelms Fionel's eyes. However, Duke Calcion was firm and made Fionel rest in her own room away from them. Without answering her further, Calcion started walking towards his room. Of course, Selena didn't forget to stick her tongue out to tease Fionel that she won again. Lady Fionel can only curse under her breath, and swore to get back at Selena next time. After arriving on Calcion's room, Selena told him what happened. Selena also mentioned how Fionel said that one is already dead, and that she is clueless as she was. At her words, his eyes widened. Calcion replied in a low voice. Selena told Calcion that if Fionel really intended to kill her, she might be able to do so. Of course, this is Selena's point of view that Fionel might have hesitated so she was safe. Selena emphasized that she is stronger than Fionel, since she grew up in different environment, in which Calcion denied since both of them are small for him. But Fionel might have a concealed weapon, or someone to do it for her. Selena continued complaining and analyzing the situation. At the same time, since it may happen again in the future, and they should prepare for it as much as possible. Calcion just listened to Selena's grumbles. Out of nowhere, Calcion praised Selena for doing a good job. Selena turned silent. It was rare for Calcion to express warm approval to someone, but he did it just now. Selena got awkward but quickly regained her composure. She can only sigh since what kind of comforting would she expect from this dense duke? She smiled bitterly and told Calcion to make sure to pay her well. Calcion agreed to it. He need to have Selena by his side to mislead his enemies to a trap. Selena bids farewell to Calcion but suddenly remembers something. Duke Calcion, who had no clue, asked Selena if she still has something else to say. Selena told Calcion that she went together with Calcion to his room while being carried, and it would be weird if she just came out of the room now. Since they are pretending to be lovers, the people in the castle might believe that Selena is not Calcion's lover if she won't spend the night in his room. Calcion belatedly realized again. Out of nowhere, Selena suggested to Calcion that they should sleep together. Of course, it was literally sleeping together in one room and not some romantic bullcrap. Their eyes met awkwardly. Calcion hesitated. How could he let a woman sleep with him alone? Selena had come to the Duke's bedroom, whining that she was afraid of Fionel killing her. But if she slept in her own room, wouldn't it arouse suspicions? If Fionel find out, she will definitely make a ruckus mocking Selena. However, this idea made the two of them freeze for a moment. It was not until the servants arrived and understood the situation that they were interrupted. Selena was prepared to sleep since there was no need for too much preparation in her original world when going to bed. But this time the servants attended to her in taking a bath. Selena was exasperated. The servants were clearly exaggerating. Moreover, the maids prepared Selena's clothes in which she didn't really like. That's because it was a see-through evening dress which is meant for seduction. The servants tried persuading Selena to wear the dress, even though Selena adamantly refused. The maids really misunderstood the situation and thought that Calcion and Selena will be sleeping in a romantic way, since they are lovers. Some of the maids are very nosy and kept egging Selena while they were having a girls' talk. Selena can only smile bitterly, since she possibly can't reveal about her situation of pretending to be lovers with Calcion. It was such a headache. The maids didn't stop gossiping with Selena that she got tired justifying herself from them. However, her attempts are futile since the maids exaggerated her words even more. Selena gave up. It might be better for them to exaggerate, since she will be less suspicious about her origins. Instead, she changed her approach and told them that it should not be the first time that Duke Calcion slept with a woman. However, one of the maids disagreed with her. In Selena's mind, since Calcion is a handsome man that have lots of money, many ladies will be willing to throw themselves and sleep with him. The maids explained to Selena that it isn't like that at all. Duke Calcion is bad in handling women and has a cold personality, which made them stay away from him, except for some few of course, like Fionel. But Duke Calcion isn't interested in love at all, and would rather kill monsters instead. It's really just an unavoidable situation this time. Wouldn't it look strange if the servants came in the morning to find them sleeping at different places? Selena finally convinced the maids to prepare a normal sleeping dress and return to Calcion's room. However, she was astonished at what she saw in the room. It was Calcion, who was biting a rose in his mouth and is lying down in the bed full of flowers, while having a wine in his hands. The dense Duke has no idea at all, and only followed what the servants said to him. Selena gave up a false laugh, dumbfounded. This is supposed to be a romantic situation, but it is hella funny instead. Calcion's definition of sleeping is so innocent though. Selena thought that Calcion might not even know about the other meaning of sleeping together. Still, Selena confirmed it with Calcion since she might be brainwashed by the maid's words, which made the situation even funnier. Calcion ordered Selena to sleep instead of thinking anything else. Selena complied and started preparing herself to lie down in the bed. However, Selena is wide awake and can't sleep that fast since she is nervous. Selena was also worried that Calcion might not be able to sleep if someone was next to him. That's why she tried to make a conversation instead, by asking Calcion how does he sleep. Right now, Selena was on the right side of the bed. Selena kept pestering Calcion until he got annoyed and told her to sleep. Selena reluctantly agreed. She lied back obediently. She knows that Calcion is tired because of carrying her and dealing with her all day, and she is afraid that he wouldn't be able to rest well. Still, she wasn't able to sleep, so this time she asked Calcion if she can use an extra pillow. Of course, Calcion agreed. Selena explained that she wants to hug a pillow when sleeping. This time, Calcion responded to Selena's conversation and told her about what he observed. Selena replied that it was originally true, because when she was still a global actress, she was able to adjust and sleep in whatever conditions of the shooting environment. However, this time, it was her first time being alone with a man and sleeping together. Calcion gave a dry response. So right now, Selena is nervous even though there is nothing happening between the two of them. It was even more surprising that Selena's only concern was that this was the Duke's bedroom, there was only one bed, and the Duke was a man. Calcion was surprised that it was her first time, and she wasn't afraid that a man was present with her. Selena tried to make a joke to lighten the mood, and teased Calcion that he sounds like a playboy. This made Calcion flustered that he sat up in the bed, while Selena bursted out a laugh. Calcion apologized about mentioning first time, since it might be rude to a lady. Selena let it go. Calcion did not exactly know about a lady's preparations for bed. The only lady he had ever been with since his birth was his mother, the Duchess of Lenbert. Selena thought that his politeness was burdensome, so even if she tried to forget about such a misunderstanding, Calcion's expression was serious. Either way, it was like a game of tug-of-war. If she slept separately, the danger of her neck getting pricked by Fionel is highly likely. If she slept with him, she might remember this embarrassing moment for a long time. Selena also sat up. Calcion praised Selena's acting, that it was so good, that he felt like he was being seduced. It was his honest compliment. Selena had always played her character, except for the time when she was alone with him. Selena rolled over to the right side as she smiled. His praise made her feel elated. She tried to gloss it over since she didn't want to put herself in an awkward situation. Selena spoke that she will do her best from now on. The air felt much lighter than before. She was finally starting to feel comfortable. Just before she collapsed into a slumber, a deep silence filled the room before Calcion came up with a reply. But it was Selena's deep exhale that came back. She had already fallen asleep. Calcion also rolled the blanket and went to sleep. However, for the last time, Selena woke up groggily. She actually just wants to greet Calcion a good night before going back to sleep. Calcion wasn't mad and casually replied to her. With that, they finally went to sleep. Night passed and it was already morning. It was a bright morning with clear skies. Bright lights somehow reached Selena's closed eyelids. She slowly opened her eyes. She was sleeping so soundly on the comfortable sheets that she didn't notice anything. As she tried to move her tightened self, she felt an unfamiliar sensation touching her skin. This time, it was her heart that thumped. It wasn't just a pillow or something, it was someone else's skin. Her eyes popped up open. She glanced and saw the sight that she should have never seen. Her habit of hugging a pillow changed to Calcion instead. Cool, morning air blew in from the widely opened window. But Selena was in a cold sweat. How will Selena be able to easily get out of this situation?
That's all, folks. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to like, comment down below, and subscribe to my YouTube channel. I will be posting more videos about good reads you may like, so stay tuned. Thanks for watching. See you soon.